This knife is way better than your knife. Hands down. Hands down.
So, what's up, guys? It's Craig and John with Alive Outside. We've been debating all day about which
Only
knives
because he
are
won't
better.
listen. If he listened, we could stop debating.
There's highs and lows. We'll figure this out. So we came up with a plan. We're going to have a bit of a contest. We haven't eaten all day, so the reward is food and drink. So stick with us and you'll see how it turns out and how full I get by the end of it. But we have an Esee 5 1095 steel. A Benchmade and a Bark River, but these are super steels.
You don't even know what you're going up against. This is a Benchmade Bushcraft Award. I believe it's 162, but it's stainless steel S30V, super edge retention, very hard knife. It's very hard to sharpen too. But all these knives have been sharpened from coarse all the way through these stones through three strops, but just super sharp. And
this one's the Bark River.
This is the Bark River 1.5. This is an SPM 3V. It's not a stainless steel, but it's supposed to be very rugged, very durable, and it's supposed to hold an edge very well. So I'm personally curious about how these two stack up in terms of edge retention. But we're going to be looking at chopping, feather sticking, comfort, balance.
The whole package.
The whole thing.
How these perform as a bushcraft knife. What would you want to take with you in the field? I've been using this for a year and a half, so we'll see. Stick with it.
So here's the loot. Here's lunch.
I thought you made a sandwich.
I did make a sandwich. So this is the stuff we're going to be...
So apparently one of us has eaten today, but I haven't. So this will be mine when I win it, I guess.
So here's how it's going to work. We're going to, we each bet on a horse, pick a knife, and then we're going to do tests, and we'll do a test to see who wins the cheese. And then that'll go in front of that knife, and so on and so forth as we do the tests. And then, whichever knife you pick, that's the stuff you get.
Okay. I can handle that, yeah.
Oh, but, hey, Uncle Peter. Come here, buddy. Hey, buddy boy. Here's the thing, since we're participating, I think we should at least get a Michelob Ultra. The winner can get the Blue Moon.
Like a participation ribbon?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Sounds good to me. Okay. First test is feather sticking.
For a teriyaki beef stick.
Okay. So which one are you going with?
I gotta go with the new Bark River, although it's risky because I don't know much about the CPM 3V. I just don't have that much experience with it, but I gotta go with it. It's such a beautiful knife. I gotta go with it. How about you?
I'm gonna have to go with the Benchmade.
Oh man. Now I'm gonna switch to the S30V Benchmade. This one felt better, but the shavings are fat. Let's try the Esee. I don't know, it's a toss-up. For me, it's a toss-up between the Bark River and the Esee. You give it a try.
I'll start with the Bark River. Benchmade. Esee 5.
And the winner is Benchmade.
Benchmade, definitely Benchmade. The Esee feels good, feels the best, but it doesn't get real thin sticks. It wants to bite into bigger sticks.
Just a little too long.
The Bark River works really well, but it's
a long blade.
It's a long blade. The leverage is off, and it's a 90-degree grind on the back. So when you got your thumb up on it really hard, it actually starts to dig in pretty good.
But that's going to do well on our spark test.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. The Benchmade overall cuts real thin sticks and feels good in the hand. It took it.
Next up.
Let me finish chewing because I won that one, so I got to eat.
Yeah. I think we do the cheese next.
Oh, I'm all for the cheese.
Yeah.
Batoning.
for the cheese. Do you know
Batoning.
who happens to have picked the larger of all these knives?
You going for that? I'm going for the Esee.
No, you have to stay with your. You can't switch mid. This is picking the best bushcraft knife.
We didn't
No,
talk
you're
about
stuck
that.
with that.
This is my knife for the whole contest?
Yes.
The whole shit. I thought we got to pick each individual ones on the
No,
series.
no. What are you gonna carry all three on your next trip? You have to pick one.
I'll stick with the Benchmade. The
And-
Esee is gonna win this one though.
No
Or
way.
no one's gonna get to eat.
This is batoning, not chopping.
Yeah, but this is a beast.
But look how long. You're,
All right.
you're familiar with this problem. It's a little too short.
This is the log we're cutting, and this is the knife I have.
Yeah.
And I have to stick with. We
you
didn't
picked your
discuss those rules before we started. You know, you're never gonna get through that.
Here, you can get that out. So batoning, Bark River, more comfortable in the hand, longer. That little extra inch really makes a big difference for getting through. But the Esee, it deadened the blow. It didn't transition into your hand as much. It didn't hurt as much when you're going through the knots. So it's kind of a toss-up. I think Craig would give it to the Esee. I would give it to the Bark River. But either way, he picked the Benchmade, so I get the cheese.
So this one's about comfort, balance, the overall feel in the hand. I gotta think the Esee, because I've been using it for so long, it fits really well. It's nice and wide. You know you're grabbing onto a good knife. The Bark River's great. It's very comfortable, but it's very thin in the handle. And I got a lot of vibration in this when I was batoning. Benchmade feels better than the Bark River to me. From all the work we've been doing, I'd have to give it to the Esee. Second, I would give this one, and since I picked this one, it's mine. So I think I'm taking that one. What do you got? You done eating? You full? You got? Can you speak?
So in my opinion, hands down, the Bark River handle is the most comfortable handle. Just fits in nicely. But this is a long knife and it's a little too front heavy.
Yeah.
This feels. I've been using this for years now, so I would give it to the. I would give it to the Benchmade.
Benchmade wins. Craig wins peanuts. Those are not going to waste. You can finish your cheese.
What do we got left? Another meat stick.
Another meat stick. This one be a meat stick.
Fire stick for meat stick.
5 stick for meat stick. Okay.
Bark River. Actually, Benchmade, actually, that's better.
No go on the Esee.
Honestly, you just want yourself a meat stick. I mean, this one's plenty adequate, but Benchmade.
Yeah. I don't even have to try it. I know it.
This is the all-important one for the Blue Moon edge retention.
Edge retention, okay. We'll do a practical test cutting paracord rather than paper because that's real life.
Yep.
All right. There was no effort on that.
No effort. Less effort. All right, edge retention results. S30V, CPM 3V,
1095.
1095 hard carbon. I will actually give this is by no means conclusive, but for practical purposes, doing the stuff we've done, the Benchmade seems to cut paracord easier than the other two. This would be a second, and this would be a third. But you know what? Not a distant third. I mean, for practical purposes, you're out in the you're out and you want to cut. It's there. So 1095 standard steel.
But the last camping trip we had, the canoe trip, this thing got pretty dull on the third day, and I actually had to cut paracord a few times to get through it. And I had nothing to sharpen with. Well, nothing legitimate to sharpen with.
Yeah.
Goes to Benchmade. That's mine.
Enjoy your beer. We just came in the house and we just got done saying that the Benchmade felt sharper, but when we came in and I tried the knives on paper after all that work cutting wood, the S3V is just still sharp. So yeah, the Bark River definitely won. Few passes on the strop, get these things back to shaving sharp, and then let's go have some cutting fun.
Guys, thanks for watching. When it comes down to the end of it, there's really no definitive winner. It's preference. The high carbon steel dulls really easy, but it's also easy to sharpen. It's beefy. You got these super steels that are really difficult to sharpen, but they hold an edge like unbelievable.
We came in, the bottom line is we didn't really work them super hard, but we worked them. We came in, we strapped them, I don't know, 10, 20 strokes on the strap, and all three of them just ripping through the paper, hair popping sharp. So
it's a matter of preference. You can check out a million reviews. It's all a matter of what you want, what you like. I like the Esee because it's a tank of a knife. I think it actually weighs a full pound. Some people like that, some people don't. I like it. I think it just makes it a more durable product. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Before we go, lastly, you know that what we do is try to raise funding for scholarships for kids to go to Nature's Classroom or different organizations like that promote kids learning in nature. So we have patches that we've ordered. We're working on a way to get that out to you guys. If you want to order them, we're going to charge bare minimum of what we can, and 100% of profits will go to these organizations. Everything we make from the YouTube channel goes to those organizations. We keep nothing. We're doing this for a lot of fun. So I'm sure you have comments about these. There's a lot of people who are really passionate about knives. Both of us are. And we just had some fun with this review, so in this competition. But Benchmade won.